Hey there, it's Elizabeth, and welcome back to a different kind of flip. So, today I just wanted to come on and show you kind of like the evolution of face drawing that I've been doing. So, this is a different kind of video. It's not going to be a Fibonacci flip. It just so happens to be that the first kind of face that I ever drew was in my Fibonacci. And I had gotten the book Beautiful Faces by Jane Davenport because I love her style. I find it very hard to do. I would love to one day take a class, an online class from her, to learn how to do whimsical faces. But I just haven't because, the kid with the kids in school and I'm still teaching my son. So maybe next year, if I have more time, I would love to take a class. So anyhow, this was like the first kind of face, and I did this last year in February. And then this was like my second kind of face. It was really kind of like the first time I'd ever tried to do a face. So yeah, she looks kind of angry. I don't know. But anyway, that's how that one turned out. And then this one down here was supposed to be me. And she's kind of whimsical. She doesn't look anything like me other than the green eyes and the earring. But anyhow, that was my second kind of girl. And I really have been enjoying drawing girls lately. So that was another example. And then this one here, I was very inspired by Cindy Utter on YouTube here, and she was doing 52 faces, which she is, I believe it's 52 faces, which she is still doing, and she's still an inspiration to me. This was like the first kind of, another first for me. Like the background was kind of watercolory, which I don't even think I used watercolors now that I think of it, because I don't think I had any. And then this is just a black Stabilo pen, and I was just playing around it, and that's how she came out. And then I decided to do this little girl. She has a little bun in her hair and little wispies, and again, I used the Stabilo All pencil, which now in hindsight and with what I'm doing or trying to do now with my faces, I don't use the Stabilo. I just don't care for it to do this. If I use it for like collage and stuff like that. But anyway, so this girl I put on this background I had made, oh gosh, a couple years ago, and I didn't like the background, so I drew her on it. And I'm still like at this point I was, still trying to work with shading and all that kind of stuff. So this I actually did in November of last year. When did I do this one? Oh, and I did this one in November. So then this year I decided to pick it up again. I had taken off some time and I really, just wasn't, trying very hard. So then this year I picked it up again because I had been watching, I guess in February they were doing like a 29 faces challenge on YouTube, which I did not join in because I don't, draw faces. So not usually. And I really am so new to it. I have no idea what I'm doing. So I started out with this girl that I did just a few weeks ago in February. And I was very much inspired by Elaine S. And I'll put her link below. She did the 29 faces. And on her channel also there are other links to who she was inspired by or who started the challenge, and I can't think of who that is right at the moment. So yes, I was so inspired by her videos to try my hand at drawing faces again. So this is the first girl that I drew a couple weeks ago, getting back into it. And I really do want to do the whimsical faces. But yeah, I don't know. They're turning out to be a little bit more realistic just because when you do whimsical faces, normally the proportions are different. So you don't have the eyes in the middle of the face and then the nose in the middle of, this part here and then the lips in the middle of that part there. So yeah, whimsical faces usually like they're just disproportionate. Like maybe their face is a little fuller or their chin is a little smaller, or their nose is really small and long, or their eyes are higher or lower, if you get my drift at all. Oh, I forgot to show you some of the whimsical faces that I had done too in the other book. Hang on a second. I totally forgot. It's in this book here. So then, well, that's just a rainbowy page. So then I decided, okay, I want to try my hand at, whimsical faces. Like I said, the proportions are different. So I did this one, and like her eyes are a lot bigger, and they're just, different shape, like not normal, obviously shaped eyes. So, and her, I did have fun doing her, and but I didn't like the way her mouth came out. It came out like way too high, like on her chin, and yeah, the shading, I have no idea how to shade. So, I mean, I like her all right, but I was just starting out, and I don't know. This thing here was like weird. I don't know. And her hair, what I used for the paint was just Artist Loft, which I do not like, Artist Loft watercolors, because when they dry, they are very chalky for one. And the other thing too that I don't like is they're not very pigmented, and they always it's gonna come off. I don't know, it's weird. Maybe I should spray it with something. But anyway, so here's this little girl that I did, and I think I used Inktense for some of this, for her eyes maybe. And her hair, I do believe I used the Artist Loft watercolors, and then I used my purple Posca paint markers to do the strands, and then I also used purple glitter Posca markers to do some of the strands. So I had fun doing her. And then here is the next whimsical girl that I did. So, whoops, sorry, golly day. So her eyes are kind of like the same, and still, shading is just beyond me at this point. So again, I think I used Artist Loft. Yeah, Artist Loft here again. Flesh tones are very hard. Like I said, I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm having fun doing it. So that's all that really matters, right? Let's see what else. Oh, again, like when I have the time, I would love to take a class online on how to like do legit girls or do whimsical girls. So let's see. Oh, there's another one. So I did another one here, and she was kind of fun to do, although I don't like the top of her hair. And again, I used the Artist Loft, which I do not like because they're very chalky, but her purple lips I did in Inktense, and her eyes I did in Inktense. Again, with the shading, I have no clue. This right here is actually Tim Holtz Distress Stain, so I just wanted to color in the background. So she was another girl I did, and that's all that's in this book here. Then I decided, you know what, maybe that book was a little too big. So, and yeah, so let me just try a smaller book. So I had this small, Strathmore, I believe it's a visual journal. So I had that and decided to use it. And this is kind of like a mixture of different, like inspirations. I said I was inspired by Elaine S. that's here on YouTube, and I'll link her below. To start doing the faces, and she was the one who inspired these eyes on one of her girls. She has numerous, obviously she has 29 of them because she did the 29-day challenge, but so her eyes were kind of inspired by one of her girls, and then the lips, the nose also might have been inspired by her as well, and then the lips were actually inspired by Jane Davenport, and I love like big gushy full lips. So again, with the shading, I have no idea what I'm doing. I just did this with a mechanical pencil, but I had fun doing it. And I've been doing faces nearly almost every day since, I think. I've had a lot of fun with it. This one, I was having a bit of a rough day, if you can't tell. So, still trying to work on my shading. Yeah, I was worried and stressed and, yeah, full of angst that day. So that's how she came out. And then let's see, these are all pencil drawings. So I'm not really sure if I like her or not. Again, with the shading, her eyes are like super humongous, but I like her all right. I like her all right. So Then I decided to start using my colored pencils, and I use Prismacolored pencils. So I decided I wanted some color. So I did this girl. Let me see if I can hold her so that you guys can see. Can you see that? So I did her, and I really like the way she came out. Still with the shading, have no clue, but I don't know. But I like the way she came out. I really do. Yep, so there she is. And then, let's see. Then I have this one that I had done. I thought she came out cute. So yeah, I'm working kind of like on proportion. I still want to do whimsical faces, and I guess they are kind of, because like their eyes are kind of big and, you know, nice full gushy lips that I like. And so I did her. And these are all using Prismacolor markers. This one I did yesterday. Well, it takes me like 2 days, because I first pencil the thing out, you know, I pencil the girl out, and then I go back in with like micron and outline and lightly put lines in. She has a little dimple in her chin. And I think I'm getting a little bit better with the shading. I don't know. I really like her eyebrows though. And her flowers in her bun. So yeah, so that was the next one I did. And then this one I did this morning. And this is actually a lady who is on one of the other sites that I belong to. And I don't know if I really like the way that eye came out. I might have to try her again. But here's what I did with this one. I actually printed her picture out on just copy paper. And when I printed it out, on my Word, you know, whatever it's called, the Word thing, I flipped it so that it was backwards, you know, like I just did a mirror image of it, and then I printed it out, and the picture itself was in black and white. So what I then did was I took my charcoal, and all I did was like on the photo, and I wish I'd brought the photo in here. Golly day, I should have done that. Pooh. Okay, anyway. What I did was I took the charcoal pencil and I just did a light outline around the main features, like her jawline, the side of her face, her nose, her eyes, her lips, I believe. And I think that was it. I just wanted to get the basic shape of her face down. And then I laid that over top of this and just rubbed my finger over it. So when I lifted it up, it was a very light outline of just the basic shape of her face. And then I just took my Prismacolors, and I think I used all cool gray tones, I think, and black. And then I used the picture for reference and shaded in accordingly. So I love she has beautiful cheekbone structure. I mean, I don't think this picture does her beautiful face justice, but yeah. So that's the last one I did. And I am really enjoying drawing faces. I really am. And I'm quite proud of this one, except that eye. Anyway, yes, so that's what I've been doing lately. I'm still working in my Fobonichi, but I'm also trying to practice drawing my girls, and I'm having really a lot of fun doing that. So just wanted to come on and share what I've been up to lately, and this is it, drawing faces and coloring them in. So I've been having a lot of fun doing that. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. It's a different kind of video for me. Just wanted to come on and tell you what I've been up to, and you know, still taking a break from Facebook, which is giving me the time to be able to sit and do these types of things that are so much fun. Although, like I said, I am still working on my Fobonichi. So a flip will be coming probably next week of that. And I hope y'all are having a great day. And thanks for joining me today. And I'll catch you next time. And it will probably be on a Fobonichi flip.